Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Steelrising Blind. I'm your host, Lasan Faye, and I guess let's talk to some people. Do you have anything else?
How was your search at the Vaucansons' home?
I found this penknife there. I was struck with a vision as soon as I picked it up. I saw Mademoiselle de Vaucanson running from the Comte de Cagliostro. This letter refers to a hiding place where she often sought refuge. It's in the Jardin du Luxembourg.
I know the place. One day, Eugène and I were walking in the Luxembourg gardens when suddenly Athénais jumped out from our hiding place like a wild animal. It was a startling, almost frightening sight. The spot is on the edge of the garden, hidden by vegetation between two statues.
The edge of the garden. Okay, cool, thank you.
Goodbye, Monsieur B.
I like the fact that I could talk to him about that to get more information without necessarily needing to rely on the compass.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
How do you intend to counter the king's actions?
Unfortunately, we don't have the upper hand. For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot. Something that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my full attention.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals, l'Arsenal de Paris in particular. For the past 2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marsangy has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories. But the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the Arsenal have gone missing. Do you realize what this means?
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain. It's enough to destroy half of Paris.
Wow.
Whether it is still in the warehouse or has fallen into the wrong hands, we must find it urgently. Then, if possible, we must neutralize it.
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations, and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat before the battle has even begun.
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to do with it.
Alright. Cool.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Glad we could chat. I love that you actually did walk over for that. You know, and we're just teleported for the scene. That's actually kind of neat. You're not too mad at me?
Eh bien. Do you come bearing news from Monsieur Marat?
No, not yet.
I have it on good authority that he is in the quarries in Montmartre. He's the only person who could show you a way to reach the Bastille. Don't forget.
Okay.
Is your plan to arm the populace going as planned?
Oh, far from it, madame. The situation is hopeless. Even if they were armed and formed into battalions, the patriots would not be able to fight.
Why is that?
Most of the strategic points in the city are inaccessible. A strange illness strikes all who try. They're seized by an irrational fear. One so great that those who do not lose consciousness go mad or perish on the spot. This makes it impossible to do anything. Any attempt at an uprising is a fool's errand.
The locations you mentioned share a common feature. A statue holding a lantern.
That's right. From what little I could make out, they appear to be depictions of a Vestal Virgin watching over the sacred fire.
Une lanterne des morts.
What do you mean, monsieur?
Lanterns of the dead. Ancient stone pillars that are found near some cemeteries. Our ancestors kept a fire going on top of them. Today, no one knows what they were used for. A symbol of light triumphing over darkness, perhaps? Others claim that human bones, mercury and lime, were burnt there. Some odious sorcery that was meant to entrap the tormented souls that wandered around the burial grounds.
That makes sense and confirms my observations. I'm now certain that the king's lanterns capture the anima essence of the dead who have been cast into purgatory, and that this essence is what allows the automats to stay in motion without needing a key to wind them.
Yes?
Paternoster quies in celis sanctificetur nomen tuum.
Now that I think about it, madame, you obviously are not subject to the harmful effects of these lanterns.
No, au contraire. When activated, these statues reveal an apparatus that allows me to repair myself.
It follows that if you destroy these lanterns, the people will be free to fight again.
Unfortunately, they are preternaturally strong. Nothing can so much as damage them.
Come now, no metal is indestructible. If we knew what these lanterns were made of, perhaps I could find a way to destroy them.
I'd rather
Take a look at this ledger, Monsieur Lavoisier. It contains a list of metals.
Oh, I
I
guess
found it by the factories, near Vaucanson's workshop.
Let's see. Steel, molybdenum, very good.
Oh, wow, I found that
tungsten,
very early
and
on.
zirconium. This master blacksmith knows his trade. These metals can be used to make the strongest alloy imaginable, as long as you have a fortune to invest.
For that, our clockwork tyrant knows no bounds.
Indeed.
Well, Monsieur Lavoisier, is there any way to break this alloy?
Break it? Certainly not. But a mineral acid could change its structure. Melt it, perhaps. I would recommend sulfuric acid, or vitriol, if you prefer to use its common name.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked. I can't tell you any more than that.
Okay.
You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Oh, cool. So I've got an excuse to talk to you again. Or talk to him again. And you came back. I do like that they actually come over to talk. Like, that's so neat.
Have you located Athenais' hiding place?
No,
Not yet.
Not yet.
Look carefully. Remember, it's on the edge of the garden, between two statues, hidden amongst the plants.
Okay, I will
Would you
go
happen
ahead
to
and get
know
this
where I
info
could
while I'm
find
here.
some vitriol?
Sulfuric acid? Of course. Combined with sea salt and green copperas, we use it to polish the lenses of our telescopes. But I don't know how much we have. You would need to go to the Louvre and take a look at the observatory's storeroom to find out.
If you will allow me to.
Of course, madame. Here is the key.
Thank you. This...
I have not yet found the vitriol that we need.
As I said, you will find it in my storeroom on the ground floor of the observatory.
Okay.
Goodbye, Monsieur B.
Alright, that's all of you. I think I've already gotten a quest from you, because that was... What's-my-futs? This one? This one! Yes! Okay, cool. So I have kind of already talked to you. I don't think I've talked to...
My respects, Monseigneur.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Aegis. We missed you when we had to leave our shelter at Place Saint-Merry. The path that led us to this convent was not an easy one, believe me.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay.
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez en paix, Aegis.
Cool. Do you have anything else?
Aegis, I'd like to talk to you about my research. Do you have a few moments to spare for me?
Certainly, mon père.
Okay.
I am listening.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our companions here. Then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who calls himself Cagliostro. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe I have discovered how the royal automats remain constantly in motion.
We were kind
like
of just
clocks
talking
that never need
about
winding.
it over there.
They get their energy from the souls of the dead, Aegis.
Indeed.
They drink from the anima essence that permeates the purgatory described by Monseigneur de la Fare. These machines feed on the dead. The greater the massacre, the deeper the river where they slake their thirst.
Okay, so... Massacre?
Is there any way to stop the bloodshed, mon père?
I believe there is always hope, Aegis. As long as I remain free to pursue my research, I will never lose faith.
Good
I
for
keep
you.
thinking about the three Nemes. These echoes. All of this is clearly related to Nicholas Flamel's work.
The alchemist?
Precisely, mon ami. And this leads me to fear the worst.
What have we to fear from an alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries ago?
Not him, per se. Rather the heretic who is exploiting his discoveries. This poses a grave danger to us all.
Okay, danger.
What do you fear, mon père?
What do I fear? Nearly 2 months ago, the king forbade anyone from setting foot inside the Église Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie, near the Hôtel de Ville. He had the priests forcibly removed. They hardly even had time to save the church's sacred relics. Since then, only our Father in heaven knows what they've been doing there, hidden away from the people of Paris.
Mon Dieu.
Okay.
Flamel's tomb.
My thoughts exactly, Monseigneur. Legend has it that Flamel was buried with his lapis philosophorum.
Which is...
What is the lapis philosophorum, mon père?
The Philosopher's Stone.
Ah.
Where do I begin? No one knows its true nature, or even what it might look like. All that is known is that it is said to grant untold riches and eternal life to whoever possesses it. Its very existence is questioned, of course. But if it's true, just imagine what sinister purpose the king and his accomplices might find for it. We must elucidate this matter at any cost.
Okay, and the
Where
tomb?
is this tomb?
In the church's crypt. The priests always ensured that it remained undisturbed, despite the mystery surrounding it. But now they're no longer there to protect it. We need to know for certain.
But how? There are automats everywhere.
Aegis,
Oui, mon père.
will you help us get to the bottom of this?
Did you not say that it was impossible to enter the church?
There is perhaps a solution. The penitent's door behind the Châtelet leads to the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year, I had the honor and good fortune to lead the procession. Here is the key.
Ah. Thank you.
Goodbye, mon père.
Alright, you know what? Sure, you joined that conversation.
Did
Even
you
though
go
I
to the
know-
Hotel de Massiac?
No?
No, not yet.
Remember, it's by Les Halles, just west of the Marché des Innocents.
Okay. You know what? Did I? I did already ask about these.
See you later, perhaps.
Okay, lovely. Lafayette.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
I guess nothing.
Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.
Alright, cool. I will probably wish I had come in. I had done a lot of those conversations a lot sooner. Okay. Let's see. Side quests. Okay. And, yeah. Because I was, I think, just... No, I was not just here. I think... Okay. Oh, right. I can go... this way, perhaps? I did already collect this, right? Yeah. just run. Because I believe inventory. Do I? Yeah, I still have another one. I definitely believe I've collected that item. Oh, dang it. What is going to be the best way to get over there? Y'all are doing a lot of stomping. Good. Lovely. Oh, that was helpful. Oh, ow. Come on. That was a little rude, game. There we go. Thought so. Bugger. Ow. Good, give me that. Okay. All right, let's go. Rude. All right, repair. There is no path this way. It is worth it to me to use these. I can just use these at the end of the day to get back. Actually, I may purchase some extra. Whilst I am going outside questing. Okay. Still over that way. This is not a way back. Dang it. Okay. Really? Oh, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm so mad. That's actually not a way back. Dang it. Guess I'm killing these guys again. Do you notice me here? No, can't even lock onto you from here, so... Could just use one of the coins I just got. Man. This feels bad. All right. Indeed, come here. Have to fight the fire one again. Ugh. Wow, I shut it down before it blew up me. I got lucky. Don't think... The other way was just a dead end. Oh, I'm so mad. so mad that I can't go where I want to from here. Okay. Boom. Hey, did I go in here originally? I think I did. Yes. But there, now it won't distract me. Okay. Yep, we're gonna... hopefully avoid most of the combat here. Ah, shit! Balls. Ow. Wrong direction. Heal. Heal. Oh, shit. That hurt. Dang it. Mad. Oh, you're kidding me. There's more there. There's the stuff with the gunpowder. What's here? Ah, yes. This just involves, I think, the workshop? Maybe? Regardless, Les Invalides is a little bit easier for me to navigate. Yeah, lo and behold. Alright. Really? Pick that up.
Traces of gunpowder. It would appear that Monsieur Lavoisier's gunpowder was taken to the Bastille.
Oh, well, good thing I'm going there. Yay, I accomplished something! Lovely. Wonderful. That's the positive note I needed. I'm tempted to go back here because... Confirm. Yeah. Go back here. get this done. But we will be getting it done next time. I want to thank you all so much for tuning into this episode. And in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, and happy trails.